Okay. Sorry. Hello. Hello, Fambul. I'm sorry about that. I muted myself, unfortunately. We don't come back today, and today a special show because we are one day towards 63 years of maybe independence if we consider ourselves to be independent. And 63 years after, them been go give it right for govern we self. We for ask certain questions. How far have we gone? What have we gained? If we have not gone this far, why? And today, one of the things that we can look at, because maybe some people would think, oh, we are looking too much at the negative side of Sierra Leone. We are not. Sierra Leone should be better than she is now. Sierra Leone should be more prosperous than she is now. Sierra Leone should be more organized than she is now. Sierra Leone should be able to pay the least paid man $1,000 after 60 years of independence. $1,000 should be the minimum wage in Sierra Leone. And that's underpayment if we look at the resource potentials of the country. Sierra Leone should have an educational system where everybody goes to school up to the highest level at university in order for catching it. At some level, maybe you go say, let we charge them, then go pay later. It happen in plenty countries, even Norway. You get choice, either you go free, but you get limited amount of money where they come to you, women say you get for work weekends, or you go on loan, women say after you left university, you get for pay that money over a period of 25 to 30 years. And anytime we they jobless, as long as you give a notice say I not get job, then prove say you not get job, then they suspend the loan. If you not do the loan they accumulate interest. We are for able to do that in Sierra Leone. 1991, the Munku teacher Wabimbi come with an idea where I've been saying, we'll make a teachers social welfare trust fund, where along the line convert to NASIT. And some of the aims of NASIT was for make we get a mortgage plan for members them. They'll get an education endowment fund for three picking of the members. They'll get health insurance. And those were the three things I thought about in 1991. And by then, I was a Munku teacher in Sierra Leone, teaching at the Prince of Wales School, and also vice president of the Sierra Leone Teachers Union. If I say Munku, I would think that way in 1991. I never been come to Norway, I not come America, I not come England. I tell you, say, if we wish for make salon, we able make them. Inspiration, the country. We not wish for make we country. So nobody has the inspiration to take decisions that will lead our country in the right path for make we get positive results. And the time don't reach where some of we not go see that or shut up. We go talk. We don't know how hear it. Sorry. We go talk. We only talk, we dey tell una waiting for do. We dey give una free consultancy. If una not do, I'm fine. If una do, I'm fine. Because now we know say there is a connivance between the political class against the people. We get for can discuss that. Then group what they call political parties. Then they connive against the people. But not to the talk that will come for today. So I say in that last program what I do on, was it Thursday or Wednesday? Country is a collective property of the people of the country. It's not property of a few people who think they have blessings from some power or some force. If we dey run a country, let us run them for the benefit of everybody. Few people get salon. Sierra Leone belongs to 8 million plus people, if that figure correct. If you're not correct, then Sierra Leone belongs to everybody we born in Sierra Leone. So from now, let we begin think that way. Let we do what for do. Let we country go before. But let not take all the time. Let allow me co-partner because we are partners in crime and boku talk. They say they talk boku, but you know what? You say following ish, you go hear stone.
You go meet an Agbako.
Go ahead, sir.
Fambule minakabo plenty kushete. Today, yet again, we can before winner for can't talk, but all the really jati them with it before we. The jati them so plenty that anytime we can come, we don't know waiting for talk, but and waiting for left. So now that's make we don't begin to prioritize for put the most important one and before we. Like today, when we talk about this independence here, where happened sometimes 63 years ago. The question is, we get for ask yourself, within our independence. I can always make them a habit for now we understand the meaning of what we talk. Within our independence. Are we really independent? For being independent, we get for know the meaning. And I do some investigations. We're really shocking. I can like for know the synonyms of words. This particular one called independence. I was so shocked for see how the synonyms then be brave. Then past 44. Past 44. Nothing way humongous, huge, big. But are we really there? When you look at the synonyms, self-government, self-rule, home rule, self-legislation, self-determination, sovereignty, autonomy, non-alignment, freedom, liberty, self-sufficient, self-reliance, self-support,
Why
self-sustenance.
go back with self-sufficient? That's the
Self-sufficiency.
key.
Yes. Self-sufficiency, self-reliance, self-support, self-sustenance, self-standing with a map and we on 2 foot. Lack of bias, lack of prejudice. These are all synonyms to independence. And what choke me past all, me dear brother, because we can challenge ourselves. And one of the challenges the way you put on this business here. Now for now, look at things then critically. What it shock me, now where I find out, say, for be independent, fairness involved, fair-mindedness involved, justice, equitableness involved. Israeli an equitable society, Israeli an egalitarian society, Israeli a just society. These are all
And we would
things them.
answer all those questions. Don't worry.
These are all things them were embedded inside this thing called independence. Before we go, Let's talk about certain things that were there around we. When you born picking, they're totally helpless. But after 2 years, he mama win him from breast milk because by then he don't begin eat for himself. So when you say you get independence, you've been weaned. They don't win you Pambobi. You don't Pambobi anymore. You able to take your hand, you eat for yourself. We see them bother them. At a young age, the mama, they go find food for the pikin, he bring and come. He go find food, he bring and come. But they reach a time when the pikin don't grow further. The mama, they push and come on at the nest. For like go try for himself. Are we doing that? Every day when we open, we want international community, international community, international community. What does that say about us? It says we are not in that league of independence. A great man, Thomas Sankara, tell we for say, the finger will feed you, now they control you. We say we are sovereign.
My English get that proverb. Say you
Yes,
cannot bite the finger that feeds you.
that feeds you. We say we get independent. We are more dependent now than where we be deeper under the colony. We can't do anything for ourselves. We don't reach back a term. Now, foreign entities that they tell we, what you for do now, we own country. It come back to the question when me and my brother don't talk before. Are we sovereign? Are we free? If we are free, how comes we get tripartite? Where the tripartite, you get government, you get one opposition party, then you get foreigner there. But we get parliament. So the parliament not the function. Because one of the things there about independence, when they make una own laws, when they discuss una own issues, when they deal with una own chamot them. Virtually looking at it, it pains me. It pains. We did now, you get motoka, you tire puncture, you not get jack. You get for go find person for lens jack from. This is the kind of independence we get. You then now you they cook. When you want for cook, you're not able to buy matches. You get for go take fire in a neighbor house. This is the kind of independence we get. We say we get elections. For the first time in the history of Sierra Leone, that was so heartrending. Salongo length voting box from Guinea. From Guinea. And then we go to the length we box. We never buy for we save. This is how bad things have gone. So are we really independent? So my brother, looking at it, I am angrier today than I have ever been. These are the most angry programs. So not play with me. Now you force at the grip now. Because
Wow, grip me.
you know,
Not
now you
with
force at the grip
anger.
now. Me man, it's not looking good. And now what the Yeri say minister don't resign because electricity or this, not that. You don't know whether na push them, push them, or now resign, or na jump. You know, we don't know. The other day, the Speaker of the House don't help for wreck the country where he don't do all the damages. Now it don't come out. But the fact is, the damage has been done. And the damage will happen. Now damage will come, it's all damage. So the situation now is not acute, it's chronic. Me brother, I bangi you. You know, you say we get Master Sabi. Because I can go on and on.
Can they laugh?
Mm-hmm.
Our country don't reach. If we use one math, we not dey help the situation. I don't sit down over and over. I don't tell myself, say, boy, left for the vex. I able vex pass you.
No, me today are the
Say that
vex.
left
Today
for
you get for
vex.
forgive me. Today are the vex. All waiting with Sabina for make party and dance them all over the world. They make dance and party them. But really and truly, are we really reflecting? Are we really
We
doing
said they say
reflective account
independence.
of waiting and waiting not happen in our country?
All man they make poster and placard for dance.
That's all we know. That's the only qualifications we have. But the reality is, waiting will celebrate. Is this
I
in
don't know.
reality now with society? We
I
not get
don't
water
know,
for drink.
honestly.
We not get water for drink.
Look,
We not get
this na
hospital.
pumper taker. Na
Oh,
pumper they taker.
but look me on.
Na pumper they taker. She clean.
We not get
You see,
hospital.
I dey even see what's in the BN.
Yeah, yeah. And any society where you dey, you na union man. People and where they work, then get what they call health and safety. For them,
I talk and then there's up on that program where I
yeah,
do me one girl.
yeah. For them,
And we are signatories to that convention. Just hold on. Just hold on. Let me show you the convention in number.
God,
We
we
are
are
signatories to the Occupational Safety Convention
health and safety is a very important thing in any
187.
discipline.
That was signed into law on the 25th of August 2021 under this present government.
My brother, what in a woman did, that is what any professional would do. If they work in any environment,
Hazard.
if the environment not safe for you for practice, and not safe for provide care for the people that we're supposed to be caring for, if what you they do because of the lack of their safe implements or tools or whatever, you go say, no, I cannot function because if anything happens, she's liable. And she has every right, she has every right to come forward and say, look, the standard is not good. The quality of service for the give people them, it's not safe. We cannot practice.
And
People are
added to
dying
what you they say,
unnecessarily.
added to what you they say, added to what you they say, there is a convention where we don't sign from 1961, we say there should be labor inspections. You know what's in a labor inspection?
Tell me
The
that.
Minister of Labor for they go now every workplace, every factory for make sure say the work environment, the equipment and everything where they do is correct for do the work where that place they do. And I mean by Labor Inspection Convention. And this was signed on the 15th of January 1961. Before we get independence, they don't sign that convention. And any convention where a country sign now law at the country, it becomes a statutory instrument. But not to that we come for. Let us not deviate from the topic we come for. Because all them here what they talk so come up from a root. That root I want that we deal with today. If you say the vex all and they laugh, I say you they give the things them widow and bug, may they come to the root we cause them things they.
Well, that's very necessary. That's what
And I
pastorship is
want the
about.
Sierra Leoneans then listen carefully. You know they can't sit down now for talk popularity.
Well,
You know to show man.
what do you talk
I no
so?
care for make una make say, oh boy jalo sabi talk, boy jalo sabi I not sabi nothing. I'm one
What do
of the
you
ignoramus them na Sierra Leone, but I defend them for do research. You see behind me back? Na books then they. Up here, na books then they. I get books there inside my computers over 5,000. I read all the time because knowledge I make we na this world. If you not go in search of knowledge, then you not get nothing. Solomon, Now knowledge you been get all thing. But again, let not go too far. What you try say is
I mean, just want to put something small, Usa Utapiana. You mentioned something we very important. When one of the things that this we are up to this point, 30 days we're not independent. You don't identify something we're really missing. Specialization. You good at
the
doing.
specialization day, the
Arikam, Arikam,
specialization
Arikam,
day.
Arikam, Arikam. What do you just identify the what thing I know, what thing I sabi do, and what you sabi do different. You sabi,
Yeah.
me sabi for pointing them out. You sabi for wutu them, turn them inside out, ransack them, put them into parts.
Everybody
And
able to do that.
when you get a society, my brother, let me tell you, everybody gets a specialty on this earth. Now
I
that's make
know
division of
everybody
labor.
get
It's
talent,
very vital.
but everybody for able do everything we sabi to the best of their ability. But we have a situation in Sierra Leone where most people don't even know how to do what they are specialized in. If we them be know, we'll not forget blackouts today. We are engineers in Sierra Leone. We are engineers in Sierra Leone. You think say that company where they make that generator na America. That company where they make that turbine na Belgium. Na different set of knowledge they get. The same engineering, why wouldn't they teach you picking them?
My brother, Sierra Leone are the place where people are ignorant. They're not even, not so say they're ignorant. They're even conceited in ignorance. They're arrogant in ignorance. They're pompous in ignorance. And they're full inside
Ignorance,
ignorance.
let me tell you today, Mr. Ture. Ignorance now an issue of choice. In this life, you can choose to be enlightened or you can choose to continue in ignorance.
Exactly.
An issue of choice.
Exactly. Can't agree with you more.
And if you choose for be ignorant, then stop praying because God is knowledge. If you are ignorant, don't pray to God. You don't understand what God is. God is knowledge. I may call the religions and tell we say we go in search of knowledge because they all we know and understand God. But as I say, you don't lead me with then talk here, then ticklish here. You don't lead me to the topic.
Good.
The topic
Okay.
for today is 63 years after independence, we are still in the woods. Why? You know why?
Tell us.
We system, we institutions, we leaders, we community heads, we homes. Then they teach we one thing where they hold we back. Then call that obstructionism. You know what's in obstructionism? Now we keep knowledge from people.
Block them.
We keep knowledge from people. Knowledge where they need for know, for make them able develop other set of knowledge for go before. You keep them willfully away from them. Once or twice, I don't talk and I say, you cannot run a country as a secret society. But I think people will not be understand what I mean. Once or twice, I don't talk and I say, if we not allow people them for nothing they need for no, nothing not they change. Because when people are in the dark, now they tell you they breed hate and discontent. Why this problem come out? Now, because of the ways them what we done they do things in the past. You see, another thing that Sierra Leone we will get for take note of Imran. Have you noticed that Sierra Leoneans like to be nostalgic? We always like for remember in those days. Now this been the be. Yes, not so it been the be. There are certain things about those days that are good. But those days are gone. They are gone. They will never come. Nostalgic mentality. It keep we in the dark, because a lot of people, they repeat the same old faulty things them, thinking that this is what is correct. It's part of the obstructionism. I would say that it in most now in we governance system. You know why we leaders then they behave the way then they behave? Now because we governance system, they follow the traditional systems wey been dey exist in those days, where una need one thug na the community for protect una, so na him na the leader, and because him na the leader, he dey do elect, na him na the biggest thug. We don't pass day, and people will come to tell you, "Oh, we never had good leadership. We have had leadership, but we have not used good leadership. We have had leadership in Sierra Leone, but we have not used good leadership, because good leadership not to one person. Mr. Kwa say a country is a collective property. Leadership is a collective venture. Everybody forget a say in the leadership of a country. Everybody for make a contribution towards the leadership of a country. It's not about your party being in power. Now we term this. There'll never be good leadership under that kind of mentality. And it's now within our power that we term. It's our time to eat.
I heard that before.
When all countries were sober during elections, and they talk about political parties. But the minute election done, it's about the country.
About governance.
It's about the country, not even governance. They don't discuss governance as a topic. It's only Sierra Leoneans who discuss governance because we are confused. After elections in the United Kingdom, they discuss about the economic, the
Yeah.
social,
Yeah.
and other issues, not about who has to do what.
Yep.
Everybody know a role in the society. We don't discuss governance. We check all the social media, them now governance. And people will tell you we don't have good leadership. And then you have a president saying people should pray. Pray for what?
That is the biggest joke I had for a long time.
It's a joke. You know, we don't reach this side where some of you go talk this thing. Put our leg vex. I don't care. We don't need prayers. We don't need good leadership. We need a collective situation. Which all Sierra Leoneans go say, yes, I am part of this place. I have the obligation to make this place, and I'm going to do what I have to do to make this place. And I expect to receive the benefits of contributing to make this place. That's what we need. And that cannot come from one person. It comes from all of us. From Oga Independence.
Collective.
We not ever sit down, say, Lord, we call a meeting, Lord, we get a roadmap as to how we go make we country. Every Jack and Tom they can campaign, I get manifesto. Me, I get woman festo. Me, go they talk so. I get woman festo. So I how they go campaign with.
That is right. When you reach
Yes.
yonder, you press one button. You just don't talk about collective bargaining. That means to say everybody involved.
Bargaining, collective aspiration.
Yes.
We have to look
Yes.
at issues and say, this place belongs to all of us. Let us make this place so that everybody will be comfortable here.
You get a plan, and this is where we are going.
Yes.
For these 5 years.
We should have a roadmap.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't discuss now about roadmap.
Yeah. It's always essential, that roadmap. Very important. You can forget program.
Policy. When they go make policy, you not get direction, you not get vision. You cannot implement things when you don't have a direction and a vision.
Well, we now we country we the always the talk about change during elections. Then what we can with the change where we can for change, and that has always been the case. Talk about change where you can, you change the change.
You are the air. Another thing, Imran. Any politician who can't tell you say able change, tell and say get out. Politician who can't tell you say, let we all can sit down and make change. Welcome. On.
That's the way forward. That's the right way. Because the people that get for agree.
No single person not able make a place. They say you
Nobody.
can take the horse to the pool, but
Nobody.
you cannot force the horse to drink.
One person cannot spoil a country.
And you know what would they
You
talk
cannot.
so? Now part of the obstructionist mentality when they preach to people.
Yeah.
Hey, when this come, you go can't do this. When you put on there, they do the worst. Julius Madabio was preached to be the man to save Sierra Leone, new direction. Yeah, we have a new direction. Counterfili.
My brother, if you go new direction, the motocar get forget
When
steering.
new direction, we don't box out the camp and Counterfili.
My
Not
brother,
new direction.
how you go to this direction when the motocar not get steering?
No, it no matter. What you make it no matter. In
Uh-huh.
life, you get what they call duality. Then you get the middle point, not so?
Yep.
Science tell we say you get positive, you get negative, then you get neutral, not so?
Yep.
In philosophy tell we say we dey live in the three-dimension world, not so?
Mm-hmm.
Three-dimension means say that three of something they exist.
Mm-hmm.
Now we dey even they call tripartites because na three sides then they meet.
Mm-hmm.
Not so? If we say na one person for can make we, then we for ask ourselves, are we thinking straight? What about we? What then they can make? What you ready for do? What about the one that we feel say, not to them party win? What in them for do? Have
Well,
we ever sat down to talk about that as a people?
these are all the obstructive behavior way they don't use for stifle growth, prevent we for increase, because we una productive, una the increase financially, socially, economically, in many ways. But Sierra Leone now, as it has always been, as you attest, we always they look at two things, either black or white. We always they forget to say, like how you rightly put, and there's gray in the middle. And that is where you all come and you agree. And that is what creates the focal points, the direction we want to go. Because when they do, I'm in agreement. If you look now, a book called Amos, the book of Amos, it's there, Amos 3:3. People can only work together only if they agree. Then what would they
And
talk about?
you don't hit a point.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, when you look at that, you not only stop that, I'm glad you also talked earlier. The Bible give we a lot of hints, but you know they sink in. Me don't talk this talk here over and over. There are things you don't pray for. There are things like politics. Politics has nothing to do with God. Politics is about the choices you make. If you make bad choices, you go suffer the consequences of your choices because your choices is proportionate to who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you look at what in the Bible talking about Proverbs 24:5, it says a wise man is strong. Yes, a man of knowledge increases strength. You go be strong physically, but on that strength day, if you not get brains, like for instance, you know a strong man, well, you get cutlass will not sharp. You know get a brain say for sharp like cutlass day. Now cocoa go damage your hand. Because when you for chap one day chap, you get for chap am 50 times. Now that's make this very Bible tell we for say, but Ecclesiastes said, it say wisdom is profitable to direct.
That's unfortunate. If I be no say you ready for quote the Bible today,
Yes, sir.
I mean for don't find all the verses and quoting and the
No, now
Quran.
you inspire me
I
because
have the Holy Quran here.
because and they
God what you they
misuse these
talk so
books.
about the Bible, it dey inside this book. The Bible and the Quran are the same books.
You know
Now
they
the
pray for politics.
traditions now in differ. If I been no
Politics,
say they can't quote Bible, I been for fend this, the equivalent verses where they tell you
that would
about
have been
the role of knowledge.
that would have been, because you don't make them bad decisions there.
You come with one point
You
where I
go
want to
pray,
go
you
back
go
to.
pray, you go pray, you go pray. You're not going anywhere because
Say you
God.
come with one point, you come with one point where I want to go back to.
All right, sir.
You say it's not everything that we should pray for.
No.
You know what you say so? You have just identified one of the things them where they act as obstructionist policy where they keep we back. The way where they interpret religion to we and for keep we pray. Everything you pray for, you know they think how for work. The sense of prayer, the sense of prayer, for show gratitude for your existence.
Yeah.
Just for go beg God for give food. If
You
God
know,
be not say you need food from him, you know the way till you go pray to I they give you.
it'll give you.
Just for go beg God for give us. If God be not say you need us, you know the way till you go pray to I they give you. And God they reward whoever they do what in make am for, whether I pray to him or not.
My brother, I not cut you
God
off.
make we the Bible where they quote from. I want go the back, the book of Genesis. It say, "Let us make man in our image and after our likeness, so he will take dominion over the earth." The commandment of God now for make we can walk, face challenges, and solve problems. When
Solve
you do that,
problems.
that also they go pray for you, they get the channel for getter. That motor they pray for you, they get the channel for getter. All God need from we na gratitude. Say, God, thank you for we make we.
My brother, you want to tell me for say the Chinese and the Indians really worship idol.
You know
Now
they
the
worship idol. Now that's they make we believe.
now
That's
the
an
economy,
obstructionist. Now part of the obstructionist philosophy of them preach to we.
but whatever
In
it
Sierra
is,
Leone, when we not understand what in person they do, we they condemn them.
whatever it is, my dear brother, if they say as they say, now idol and the worship, how comes they're doing better
Every
than us?
religion getting an idol.
But
Every
how
religion getting an
how
idol.
comes? Now don't forget the point. Now we left that argument for another day. Now we look at the issue as it is.
Yes.
They know they worship God. We they worship God. But how comes two countries they want to worship God and they do better than we? India right now they get one of the
Because
fastest growing economy.
then they do the work where God make them for.
Exactly. Now they get
Take
elections.
dominion over the earth.
We are just 8 million people. We're not able to run with elections.
Left that
India,
population, left the
no,
population. I
India
wonder
gets
we look at the
1 billion
religious
people
side
and then
where
they get
you
elections
don't
too.
begin with. God say we are made in his image and likeness, not so?
Yes.
You know what that mean?
Mm-hmm.
God give each human being the ability for think. Why do you need to think? Because God make the world in such a way that if you can face challenges and solve them, when you solve them, then they make progress. Ali man not being get close. The cold will be in the first 10 in order now. Ali man will be in the Norway. The place been so cold now inside cave they go live. When place warm, he begin member say, I for not animal laugh and meat for it. The animal in skin, he think, he say, Allah make close. So the place cold, I not go freeze too much.
Mm-hmm.
Then Ali man, go in the Norway, when place cold, he learn how for make fire. Then they dance around the fire, like how then one day people they dance, so then go keep
Mm-hmm.
warm.
Mm-hmm.
They get that tradition, take it in Norway, then call and Sanktan after. Then they celebrate them every year. But we out down yonder, where they don't go brainwashing we get. Obstructionist brainwashing. Then tell we the lies them for make we believe that fantasy say, now we sabi the correct things, other people they all about them wrong. When you bring a Sierra Leonean and Norway, see that, yeah, then people are idol worshiping in Nepal. Every religion has its idol.
Mr. Shah USA from Kodong Shah. 2 others.
Make a boss you now. Where you dey look at then thing there, sometimes, you know, it make me body the cringe. A whole human being, it go register for a course. The course has a syllabus. Enough for say, for let it pass their exams. It's as simple as eating biscuit. You get for cover. And this is what we all suffer from. Then he tell you let you go for prayer to so church. For let God give you retentive memory. Memory where you already have. And the brain where you get, you have for practice the brain. For let the brain work better. You got for use them. Because if you get something, you know they use that, it's rusty. So you get the syllabus. Cover the syllabus. You go to that examination, or nothing that they make you not pass. You pray or you not pray, you pass. Because you cover the syllabus.
Mister, I'll put them in simple terms. The religion where they go pray to, tell you say, go ye in search of knowledge.
Yeah.
And the same religion tell you say, faith without work is dead
It's
faith.
dead. It's dead.
Why don't you study to go and pass the exams? Why do you have to go and do all night? That energy way they use for all night. If you use them for read book, they get knowledge. You see, this is the obstructionist philosophy why they talk now they pull so. Religion as it is interpreted to us is wrong. It's full of lies and deception. Religion is not wrong. Islam is not wrong. Christianity is not wrong.
The way it was taught to us.
But the way where they teach where I'm not
Yep.
saying wrong.
Yep.
Let people and begin know that.
Yep.
If you're all imam, they go preach, they praise nonsense. If I was there, I would have given him a good slap. I swear to God, I don't care what thing for be after
If
that.
we slap the right, we slap the left.
And we have people saying they have churches. They know they tell the people they're waiting for do. Then they encourage them for go there with them few cents and leons. So they will be richer, the people will remain poor. That's obstructionism.
Well, I don't know if you're a Muslim.
The last time I go Sierra Leone, somebody tell me, let can go to this church, let them go pray for you. I say, I don't need nobody in prayer. If I didn't know where I know work, I suffer, then they drag me in abuse. I sleep in a treat. I know that, so I don't need nobody in prayer. When I want to pray to God, I know how to pray to God. I tell and thank you for what you make me.
Well, right now, the few relics they will get left. We ancestry. Now in the church deep and damage, right in present in front of we eyes.
So nobody not they damage anything. Now the people and they damage themselves by not thinking, Mr.
What thing that
Choi.
they tell them now is you have a altar in your family, your village people. Who are your village people? This is who you are. So then they put you against yourself.
You village people will not kill you before them burn you. Now you don't
Exactly.
turn big man and they
Exactly.
kill you. Well, if
So
people reason that, then now
these
you
are
at
the
fault, not to the mouth they tell you.
almost, even when they make jokes, your village people, don't go to your village. Somebody come at me house. He say they can anoint me house. When the person come at me house, now he look at me pictures they were gonna wall, then village scene, I like the African painting. Now in the man say, before in the pray for me, I for take down those pictures. Now I say why? He say them pictures
I
then
mean,
they
that moment they tell and say, get out. Don't ever come to my house. Get out.
well, me not go that strong. I just say to him, I said, those are arts. You don't get nothing for those spirituality. I said they're arts. And the arts in that picture, and it reflect who that be. I said, don't get nothing for do with this, that.
You don't come
So
with
what
1
thing
point.
I
You
don't
don't
do,
come with 1 point. Don't no more, don't.
you know, what thing they don't do, and what then they still they do. Me brother, let me tell you this. Sierra Leone as we dey so na the north. Almost 80% of the names then are Arabic names, and they are not Sierra Leonean names. All our names have disappeared, disseminated.
Well, the point about those names, I want to discuss them at another time because I know the origin of the names then they, and that origin they point to we common origin. Not only the north, all over the country, most of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
names they
yeah,
will
yeah. I
get
just take that
connected
as a
with
sample. I
Arabic.
take that as a sample.
Yes.
You know, I take that as a sample. But the point where I try for hits Naya is the little relics that we left. You village, you town. Then they try for convince you say you know for go there. Then they call it the altar where you get now your family. Well, the altar, now me ancestry. And then they tell you back for say, you
Who
not for
built
worship
that
the dead.
altar?
I think
Who
you not
built
for
the
worship the
altar?
dead. They say you not for you not for you not for waiting the dead. You not for cry for the dead. You not for mourn the dead because the dead go bury the dead. But it's so funny.
But when man die for in body for which children die, man, we can't go bear.
But not of that. The people and what would they call Abraham, Jesus, Prophet Muhammad, they are dead. But we are calling them. So what
Yeah.
they make enough for call me grandpa?
Nah, I don't know.
Why make enough for call me great grandpa?
You think let me start you. You are only justifying what I'm saying about the obstructionist principles. People and they do that, they not say wrong. But then they preach unto people then because they know say it's a way to control their minds. It's
Control their
mind
minds.
control.
Yes. Yes. That's it.
You preach any crap to the people them, when them believe them, they don't control them.
You
It's
go only be
obstructionism.
independent. You go only be independent, not physically, not socially, mentally. Now, yeah, you get for
Yes.
liberate yourself.
Yes.
You get
Yes.
for able for a
Yes.
vision, things. Know who you are. I am an African. I'm a Sierra Leonean. I come from Rokupul. But this is what I believe and this is what I want to do. But you touch down the, not touch an haram. But this is what you do in this
And when
society.
they say Aram, watch how they live in life. Maybe in life more Aram than you, they tell you what you they do Aram.
The other day I was reading, I find out for say, for each camel, because camel he hooks them. Then divided. So not to pork no more, for it too. For if you eat fish, will not get scale.
Sunday, you know, and all we discuss
No,
that because
you
I
know,
have
the
questions
reason we make
over
they say
those.
this, the reason we make
Mm,
they say this,
mm.
now how people they hold into certain rituals them so strong that
Now give you one shocking revelation and let people listen to this. Christmas, what they celebrate, come up from a tradition we're not connected with Christianity. The Sierra Leonean will call that tradition paganism.
mm-hmm.
But it's not paganism. It's human nature for celebrate or recollect anything where we don't assist them before for get peace and stability. True or false?
True.
The celebration of Christmas, it come up from a Scandinavian tradition. And I challenge people, let them go find out what they are the talk show. Jesus Christ, as they say, been born, he not born December. There are different schools of thoughts about in that time. And one of the few people away say their young Christianity different. The Jehovah Witnesses then say Jesus was born in April. And then justify and say the climate or the weather condition we then describe as the time of birth, now only when would they move towards summer, not a winter. It was not winter. Now it's winter in the Middle East. The winter within the Middle East, now the same winter you they get in South Africa. Winter without much snow. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
The Mediterranean region, they get winter, but not too much snow. The conditions explained about Jesus' birth time was something close to summer, spring. And the month of April, last spring. Why Christmas be December? The Roman Catholics been take the whole of Europe at one point. They spread their worship and beliefs. Then I mean, they ask the people them for pay tithes. The people them fed up. Now they revolt come out, where you get a split, where you get the Lutheran Church. Then
Yeah,
later the British then form the Anglican Church.
Anglican, yeah.
But before this split happened, the Roman Catholics for make them able get their foot in Scandinavia because they met the greatest resistance here. And by then you get them giants, what they call Viking. One the pattern, you know more, you don't die. So for quiet the people them, they accept the December ceremony. The December ceremony, then they celebrate them in lieu of survival, fire, then they dance around the fire. Then get a belief say one short man, then elf man won't show. But
Mm-hmm.
Africa no more than believe what won't show. Double sweet. And call him in Europe elf man. In Scandinavia, they call him Nissan. Nissan. Nissan, then say if they can put, I call this thing, that pap.
Mm-hmm.
Then they make an December. Now the main food where then they eat December for celebrate. That is pap. They say they can put them with milk for the people them. Then say this elf man, he get bag where all kind gift they he get a reindeer when are they travel with. Now the tradition of Christmas come out. It's Scandinavian tradition. It's not the birth of Jesus Christ.
Brother,
That's not be part of religion. We have to question other things.
why is it that now we own? You see, Malcolm X is one of the guys where then they try for say things there. But when you read about the guy say we always in the talk for say we compromise. But when we compromise now we always they lost because now we they give you over other people than you. He say every time when they talk for say we come together, now we compromise. Now we the black man and now we can forgive we own away, put we own away for take other people than you. We don't
I
throw
don't
away
wonder we
everything.
look am. I don't wonder we look am in terms of race.
You know, I am not looking
Race.
at it in terms
This
of
race
race.
issue. This
We are
race
looking it.
issue. Now part of the obstructionist philosophy, where a few people they use for control the world.
Yep.
Racism is preached willfully. Let me tell you this today. Some people preach it not because they want to be wicked to the blacks or other colors. Now because they know say the more confusion they create for we, the more control they have over us.
And the more we weak, the weaker we are.
Find it being as Alonso. The politicians, they all unite behind the scene. When they come publicly, then divide we.
Yeah.
Obstructionism, neither destroys alone, to tribalism, to regionalism. When you don't meet two man at street where you ask them, say, you know who's tribe. I no go yarn you if you na mende because me na chimney.
No.
You don't do that. If you yarn no man we come up from other tribe una born picking, then why do you think of tribalism? Tell me. Tell me, why do you think of tribalism? You know, now take this topic as it is. Obstructionism for preach lies and keep knowledge from people, for deceive people. Now, part of the thing will keep we backward 63 years.
Well,
And it's done willfully by the intellectual class.
yes, so that we're not going to be free. We're not going to be independent. We think we're not going to be free.
But I'm going to tell you something today. And I want to let them listen to this, those intellectual idiots. It's not an opinion, it's a fact I'm giving to you. The more you keep the people away from participating in nation building, the less wealth the nation will build.
Yeah.
And the more you would have to depend on pittance from the international community. For example, Sierra Leone need for they spend close to $3.5 billion annually for equipped schools and institutions for make we get good education. If we look at all the amount of money the international community they give, is it 1/10 of that amount? It's not. If we allow 7 million people for participate, everybody produce goods and services where person go buy. Everybody pay tax in that country. If 7 million people they pay $1,000 tax per annum, now how much that they be? Into $8 billion will they get? It's the stupidity in their action, and now they make the note today. The obstructionist politics can keep way back. Because a few people feel say, when they in power, that money they come from international community, then they put 10 million at their pocket every year. God don't help them. $10 million is pittance. It's pittance. Being their own a politician, some of them are their annual salary that in other countries. They are not able to get a salary because if each one of una say, let them pay una $10 million, then una all not go get paid. Because the country not get the money. Putting at the annual budget of Sierra Leone, he reach $1 billion, he not reach.
My brother, look at it in any other way you want to look at this obstructionism. Now transgression on the people. Now an act of wickedness.
It's because of that, I make now some of we they talk and let the
Now
people they begin aware.
vindictiveness.
Let
You
the
the
people there
hold
aware.
the
Let
people
them,
them.
when man can't to you, can't talking rubbish. Tell us, say I don't hear it. Can't thank you. Goodbye.
You know, act of wickedness. And when you look at it, it's not only wicked to the people, it's wicked to themselves. Because in the country they
Now
woke,
somebody don't say something where I been don't say before, Mr. George Stone. He say remittances from the diasporans is more than the donor aid given to the government. That's a fact.
they're
So
facts.
what the government saying for no? Then 2 and 6 where they can't get the money, go give them. Then they help them for institute obstructionism. If we're ready for make we develop Sierra Leone, we in the diaspora, if we trust tuna, because that's what obstructionism has taken away from us. The principal factor of trust. Nobody not trust nobody. If we trust tuna, we will agree say we go remit $1,000 each every year, we buy treasury bonds. If every Sierra Leonean in the diaspora, they buy treasury bonds $1,000 every year, we will say you get 1 million Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora. I'm sure we are more than that. So now $1 billion would they put into the economy every year. That's about 2 times what in the international community they give. Now $400 million and they dance for MCC. All man they talking on. Because we're not a chepole, Wally, we're not the thing.
You don't read this parable. They say a
What's
blind
it?
man. They say a blind man. Now it's not African adage. They say where you the peel granates for a blind man, you get for whistle. Because that is the only signal for seeing the charming granite. Because you cannot charm and whistle at the same time.
we
You see,
would trust because I see and Mr. Shobi one call just now.
because you know when you look at this other issue where you slap me with this trust issue. Now the elephants in the room.
Mr. Shaw,
It was so bad that we not work collectively anymore. Everybody they work as
Yeah,
an
Imran, that
individual.
just make an announcement.
Okay.
We go take some calls very soon in the next 3 minutes. Yes, sir, go ahead.
So you find out for say nobody not trust anybody. You go to Sierra Leone, you carry money for do something. If na business you want to go set, like me auntie open a small bar. The liquor and the loss. He buy, he don't make profit. So now then somebody advise us say let put camera. And then find out for say they cook the cargo, the waiter and the cargo, and they pay them back so that they be they work for. And they close the bar. So he say, well, now we all lost. Now he lock the bar, all mask it up. He not make money again, they not make money again. What thing they fail for realize? They may benefit indirectly from what this woman they do. In fact, the philanthropy, the woman may do indirectly. The fact that it creates employment for them. For make them go get them dignity, they're able for care for themselves and for them picking them.
Well, the question is, why the people let me they behave that way?
Because they not believe in tomorrow, not today. Because you see, my papa tell me something at an early age. I be the wonder, what in this pa mean? He said, never you trust a poor man. Now I say, what do you mean? And they tell me, but nobody understand. He said, poor man cannot afford to be loyal. He said, he can only be loyal to today, Udagi and today. And it change his friendship based on a need. Because this is another problem. They don't make the people that don't so poor that the poverty don't become a virus. in a sense, no matter what they do, they don't. They don't sell their soul to the devil. Their dignity.
Do not sell their soul to the devil. They not sell their soul to the devil. They have been brainwashed to believe that na shortcut no more they take gentry. It's part of the obstructionist
Yeah,
philosophy.
yeah,
This
yeah,
is what our
yeah.
politics is.
So it's not working for everybody. It only work for everybody.
Now make they ask you say, what in cause make let them people let thief that woman? We the intellectuals we go school and university. We're supposed to teach ethics and morals. Now we teach the people them say, now shortcut way they take gentry. So now it dey affect everybody. You until we go, not gently, it go try for make things develop on a win-win situation, not so.
Mm-hmm.
Then begin misuse them because the mentality of shortcut now they don't preach to the people them. Several other cases then they people they don't send money for make them do things for them. Then pull them. Because we don't preach the mentality of shortcut. Obstructionist thinking.
Some man they
It's
send
time
money
we
for go
begin to
build
tell
house.
ourselves, especially those of us who are educated, that we ought for no better.
Some man they send money to the sibling for go build house. They go snap other money house. He say na the house this.
Yes.
He eat all the money. Pass where
Because
you
the
find out say house not there.
obstructionist, because the obstructionist mentality now we don't institute in us alone. And until we change that, then things then they go get worse. They will not change. Just where we get to. When they get where. Now we the intellectuals not ready for make salon. I give this example today and yesterday to some people. Look at the whole of West Africa, the upper Guinea coast. Take from Senegal, come to La Cote d'Ivoire. How we count the number of leaders where them countries then each don't get.
Mm-hmm.
You go see say Salon now get the highest number of leaders,
Most.
but now they go
Plenty.
bien. Because we the intellectuals, we're not serious, we're not responsible. Country cannot develop when the intellectuals are not ready for it
They are
to
lazy.
develop.
Very, very lazy.
We're not lazy. We're idiotic and selfish. We're not lazy. If we be lazy, we're not the kind of slave labor in other man country, we prosper. Sierra Leoneans prosper when they walk outside Sierra Leone. But inside Sierra Leone, we not a prosper. Instead, we return thieves. We have people in government who had succeeded outside Sierra Leone. But when they go back to Sierra Leone, then they follow the system and do
Yeah,
the
they
same
go back to the
nonsense.
same thing where
So laziness now problem.
which we also we did in the first place.
So laziness. The fact is, we believe, say, in Sierra Leone, there are some people who should lead and lead badly, then the majority for follow and suffer. Now the majority of the suffer, they don't get sense, they say, all right, until now the whole way, we say the friend way for Oluna. So in the what in the be the result, innocent people are not involved at all, they suffer. Like your auntie, they suffer. Not at all.
Yep. Yep. Well, let me tell you something.
And look at Sierra Leone today. What do you see? All the rich people, where they build houses, then they build self-made prisons. They also get high fence, thick gates, they get metal na window, metal na domot. How do you call that? Is that not a prison?
Yep, it is. It is. It is.
The
It
obstructionist
is.
mentality now they pay we back.
But you see,
They say what goes around comes around.
the thing is, when them born we get the things where we need because all what we need now a clear mind,
Yes.
a mind where hungry, and inside that inside that mind there is inbuilt what we call revolution. Because if you get speaking, a young baby when nappy wet, it a revolt, it a hand that pass you change them. If he angry, he go set confusion pass you feed them. That's a rebellion. It starts from an early age. It's in us, innate. What you would do now, Sierra Leone, what would they kill that? Like right now, we not get light. People that sit down and they pray. Where all what we need for do is we are not accepting this no more. Like how baby in a pit they soak. I'm not having it. Mom, you have to change it now. And you go make sure say it persevere. That's revolution. It's a revolt.
But again, when they talk about revolution, when the people protest, what do? They kill them.
Yes.
Because we believe in the obstructionist philosophy. And there are people in the diaspora,
But they kill
when people revolt for their rights, they have what they say, as if the people don't have a right.
But they killed them in Senegal. They didn't stop. They still kept coming out. They kept coming out. They never stopped.
The Senegal example, you cannot use the killing side. You know why Senegal not able go before?
Mm-hmm.
They not get obstructionist philosophy in their system. In Senegal, you get what in called separation of powers. The separation of powers now make when the people be revolt, then go to parliament. Parliament support, the people revolt, the Justice Department can say, no, we not agree with this. But in Sierra Leone, when they shoot person at the parliamentarian, first they talk, they miss them, then people are pass mark. Then the judges, then
You
they
left
wait for
one
good
thing
jail, the
behind.
one there. The
You
judges,
left.
then they wait, they cancel, I'll
Mm-hmm.
make this point. The judges, then they wait for good jail, the one they will protest. Right.
Then in Sierra Leone, the supporter them of the party they do bad, if people are not they come out. While Senegal now, teacher come out, medicine come out, lawyer come out, doctor come out, nurse come out, fisherman come out, chief man come out, laborer come out, because they get collective hunger for change.
I call
Because
it
they know say
hunger.
what thing they happen, they affect them all.
Call it hunger. Me they call them awareness.
Well, you can look at it that way as well.
You know how I call it awareness?
Mm-hmm.
What be they go school and teach we poetry and literature no so?
Mm-hmm.
One of the poems the way study when I be West African poem was written by Senegalese no so?
Yep.
The Vulture, David Diop. David Diop was born in 1927 and he died in 1960. But his poem was used in the O level up to the time he left school in the 70s. I don't know if they still they use them. When you read a poem like The Vulture, you dey see say there has been an awareness in Senegal. Almost say Leone don't write poem where they preach awareness, where you sabi. Even we ordinary history about Bible and Banabum, we not sabi. Let alone for talk about poem. Let alone for talk about awareness.
People not even sabi
David
but in
Diop
country.
in brother, David Diop in brother. Now one of the most acclaimed social anthropologists them in the world. He made a lot of discoveries we make the Senegalese people know their roots. But inside Salon, man they born na Kaila in Mbunduka, the other one born na Putloko in Mbundu. They don't know say they all two are the same people.
That's not for the same ancestry.
The one born na Freetown and call him C, the other one born na Pujan and call him Say. They don't know say they are the same people. This is what we are because we have allowed obstructionism to lead us in blindness. We are a blind people led by the blind.
Now they blind.
Why? Because at some point, the intellectuals started preaching obstructionist philosophy and they still do it. 90% of what we hear from Sierra Leone are deception and lies. To the truth. The country is being run like a secret society.
That woman,
Some people
that
they go na
woman,
net to mother bio, then go talk to her, give them money. When money can't him up on social media, they talk to her.
Dr. Geraldine, if not in name, she's a professional. She knows what she's talking about. She spoke out. The next thing, they replace them. The person we can replace them. Not able to say, no, I stand with her. She's right. I'm not taking this job. But you see, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Because
Either glad
they
you say
tell
you don't
you
get
say
post.
we intellectuals them blind.
2 others.
Because I would
We
not take that
intellectuals
job.
them blind. Do you allow take this call?
Okay.
This man don't call to them. Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Shaw.
Good afternoon, Mr. Jalil.
How are you, sir?
I appreciate very well, my brother. I appreciate you that you talk about all the topic here.
Imran, did they get unclear?
Yeah, the remote in a break.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
First thing I want to say, Mr. Jalil, this is very interesting from politics to theology to everything, to economics, with a lot quite. You know, my big brother, and I respect in a book, but I got issue in one thing. When I say, let me start with that.
Mm-hmm.
When I describe we as people, when I describe we as tribes, me, that word.
I mean, I describe anybody as tribal. I say,
Let me finish. I mean,
right.
this is a common mistake we all do when we talk about our distinct cultures and nations. So we tend to use the word pride instead of using the word nations. Because, for example, what are the type of drive at here? The Scottish people are never called tribes. The Dutch are never called tribes. Even though, say, for example, the Fulani is bigger than the Scottish people, the Fulani as a group,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But with colonial and the teachings, the educational system is tied and based on that, why we describe itself in words like this. And this is a colonial terminology.
Well, you are just justifying the obstructionist philosophy, sir.
Yes.
The colonialists use obstructionist philosophy. We, the intellectuals, we take from the colonialists, we can modify, amplify them, and make them into something else.
I go beg for
100%.
Bifa Lily B.
Because
I go
again,
beg.
even brother with our African history, which I don't learn from you so much, from Botuna, you receive the European colonial country we learn, really, whatever call we self tribes, we call we identify
We are clans.
from a specific people.
We were clans, as a matter of fact. We were clans.
Well, the thing is,
Like that, but we identify with them as a Fulani, as a Chimini, as this, as that, as that.
You know, Mr. Shaw,
Yes.
I have said it several times that the word tribe, now something them in tell me, but me not believe in them anymore. I have said it several times that we have linguistic groups, and all of these linguistic groups have a common Malinke Fulani origin. That's why the Timniman they say Sababu, the Mendeman say Sabu. We have linguistic groups, but one culture in Sierra Leone. As a matter of fact, before the coming of the white people, we didn't have tribes. We had clans living under a governance. The Mali Empire now one of the biggest empire will ever exist. But we get people them in clan. We get Kamara clan, We get Kuruma clan, we get Conte clan, Fofana clan, etc., etc.
The
And all
one
them people here, they been get a common language where then they talk. You see, all what in our will get clear is we have been so deep in obstructionist mentality that we don't even know who that will be anymore. And with intellectuals now, instead of we research and change some of them things here, we they use them against we self. So we own that
100%. 100%. And
I
to
want
expand on
for
this, my second point that I wanted to make is all this problem we will bring us, Salim. All the problem the world face today, I just see this young people way die in a hospital way, according to reports, watching the spread in social media is based on because of electricity. I feel sad, and we all should be saddened by this people in debt. But this is not the first time this.
now.
People that die in that country they without clean water.
It happen every day. It happen every day.
Every day. You know,
standing at the
why this one
reality.
don't become such a big social media thing if it's not all about politics? But putting that aside, for the bigger picture, one type and this, I believe our biggest problem, our biggest cause, putting the effect to everything in our country, including politics, including our ethics, including our dialogue, including, as you describe, people whether they give up $100,000 house and live in prison. All this, one of the biggest problem with all this, my brother, then, and the people over there, they missing, now revenue will up.
No.
Revenue.
I'm not free for that, Mr. Shaw.
Let me finish this with
Finish, but I'm not
The
free
last
for that.
the last
Well, what
topic
I
I
mean
have
by
something
that,
to
look
say
at
about
the
it.
project. Look at the light project. In Akono Akomoj, grow up in Akono in the 80s. Who not been get lights? Who not been get clean water?
Yes.
Every morning I walk 3 miles to go get water, and evening I walk 3 miles to go get water. In the morning to go get water for drink, and the evening water for clean.
Mr. Shaw. Mr. Shaw.
Yes, sir.
The diamonds where they come up on every year is close to $1 billion. But that is not accounted for. Guinea mine diamond only in one part in Farana province called Banakoro. But when you go to Conakry, meet a lot of diamond selling offices there. Check those diamonds, they're all from Sierra Leone. In the colonial days, the diamonds were taken to Monrovia. So SLST been decide for form DICOWAF, Diamond Corporation West Africa, so that they go buy the diamond at Monrovia. Then after, they make a diamond, alluvial diamond committee, where they make Shaka Stevens chairman, they make Albert Magai secretary. Then you add other people. That committee recommended that they forgive land to the local people, let them say mine and sell to SLST, so then go get wealth. How did that end? People gave lands to their relatives. You see, it's not about lack of revenue, it's lack of proper thinking. Don't accept that. We're not the thinkers alone, Mr. Shaw. Mr. Shaw, if we want to raise, and the council are finish. If we want to raise $1 billion right now, we're able to do it within the next 48 hours.
That is my point now, Mr. Jallo. That's my point now. Meaning that we
I
need
have a
diaspora
question.
and change a lot of these issues, problems. Now we need.
But we not trust the people who were there before. So they have to build trust.
Well, this is coming back.
I can decide.
I have to
This is
speak
where
at
I
this point.
slightly disagree in the sense that
Mr. Shaw,
we need to be able to find a way to impact in our life.
How would you make that impact when they don't allow you? How would you make that impact when they don't allow you? You know how many people have attempted to go to Sierra Leone with business investments and they have been discouraged?
Can I have a word in?
My proposal here is not so much this business. What do you touch on? Like
Mr. Shaw, Mr. Shaw, my penny will not go to the government of Sierra Leone if I don't trust them. That's a fact. Another throw water on duck's back. And another do them for sympathy or for popularity. And they do them for make things work.
I want
If my
for
penny they goes alone, I for know how then they use that penny.
100%. And hence, Mr. Jano, we are able to form as a people in the diaspora to have convictions on the government whereby we will get all kind of mechanisms set up to make it transparent, to make it accountable.
I see
Now inside
obstruction.
that committee, they get people them where they go label to the politicians for their office. Mark my words. We attempted it before. I know how we end.
Gentlemen, I want to contribute in this conversation.
I believe that is the only way.
Mr. Shaw,
we
you've
will move
spoken a
our
lot.
country
Can I have
forward.
a way
Because
in,
this guy on the
please?
way you talk about one of the difference between the
There is something you said I don't agree with.
could move rich diamonds in a much more faster rate than Sierra Leone. Because Sierra Leone will never do the industries or the technical
But Mr. Shaw, we don't want to.
will benefit our economy.
Mr. Shaw, we don't want to do right things in Sierra Leone. Let's face that. We don't want to. We move away from the victim philosophy or psychology that this is happening, that is happening. Are we ready to solve the problems? If we are ready to solve the problems, now we review with support base for politicians.
Mr.
You
Shaw
they
say
talk
we
as
talk about
Mr. Shaw.
Mr. Shaw say we talk about tribe. I know we talk about tribe in the conversations where we get Naya. And as I talk
We
about
don't want
that,
to make Sierra Leone. We want
not
Sierra
go
Leone to be a
avoid
place where a few people can go and get their way and do as they like.
we're not go avoid talking about we identities because those are reality. Like for instance, tribe na a group and everywhere in the world na
I
England
don't
na ya.
think Mr. Shaw they hear you because they're on the phone still.
Na England na ya, we get tribes too. We get Scottish, we get Welsh, we get Cockney.
I know
These are
we
all
dwell
groups.
on this thing about tribe, Mr.
No.
Ture.
Let me finish. Let me have my way in because this is the part of the obstructionism way you talk about. Because you see, a lot of people can use them as a cliche. You see, the thing is, the politicians are now for sheer power. If you devolve power, you go find out for say the tribes them go there in harmony. But you cannot say you not go call tribe, you not go call groups. Groups will always exist. But if they exist within a sterile environment in which everybody feels to say, then they participate and then they take part and they are part of the system. Then you find out for say all these resistance and problems so they can already get them. Because we get Scotland now. Why is the Scottish working? They have a devolved politics. Wales, they got a devolved politics. Where would we start during independence? Sir Milton tried for devolved power. So the chiefs. Now, if you go to the local chiefdoms, every chiefdom gets sub-chiefs, get town
They get
chiefs.
chiefdom councils.
Exactly, then devolve power. So I don't believe this thing where people
I
and
mean, get chiefdom police.
this new thing where they
The
come with,
chiefdom
not for
police
talk
them,
about tribes. No, tribes will
uniform
still
them be they
exist.
use. Uniform the chiefdom police them be they use.
That
That the
khaki
same brown
short
uniform,
Nine
uniform
khaki.
where the prisons they use now.
Exactly, khaki. So if power devolves, you go find out for say this business that what they talk about tribe, we go quickly forget about them because we go there, then devolve power. Everybody
As a
run
matter
in
of fact,
place.
if we decentralize we country
Tribe
in
get for day.
political
We
and
go there, go always
economic
say
administration, it will be to the advantage of the country.
the country.
How it will be to the advantage of the country? If Boy Jalo born like Binti Dibia go employ him, go work there.
Yes.
He get a moral commitment to Binti DBI go make day. But when you take Boy Jalo and go na Samaling, na Pujeon, he don't get no moral commitment day.
We don't know. And devolve power.
You
And they
see,
share power.
this is all part of the obstructionist thing where we talk about. We created a society that is dysfunctional willfully, and it was done by the intellectuals.
Yes. Somebody see when they come now,
So that
not for
man
talk
a
about
village
tribe, not
do
for
a
this,
move.
for flying away from tribe. We always go be tribal. We always go get this
No
disease.
wonder we make this tribe business big, Mr. Toure.
No, I'm not making it big. I am just pointing out the issue as it is. The tribe is not the problem. The tribe has never been the problem. It will always be there.
Well, that was why I said earlier, if you
Uh-huh.
meet woman at treat, we yana, you know the yana for in tribe. And that if you and that woman born Pekin, why would not for begin talk about tribes? I said it in this program earlier. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I said it. Our problem is not tribes. Our problem is not politics. Our problem is a wicked intellectual class, most of whom are either ignorant or clueless.
They hold on to everything. They're not
And
a share.
they talk big English, dress affluent for people to feel they have all it takes. They have nothing in their heads. Nothing. Now
Why
me
you
say,
feel
me
say,
Mohammed Boijalo Jamboria.
why you feel say you get survival of the fittest in the animal kingdom? Because then they in small groups. In them groups, then they not evolve. They not get community. Not,
Now
So
clans them.
exactly. So what's in they happen for make them stay in the group successful, then they kill other groups because of resources. This is what happens
And that
now
was
now
how
in
we
country.
are before the white man came.
This is how we still are, me brother. This is how we still are. That's
When
what I'm trying
I
to
try
make.
for say, this is how we still are.
This is how we still are. You get these groups of people because of resources. They don't
When I
divide
can tell you,
everybody.
say, in those days, now the biggest thug na the leader.
Neither
And
the
that
leader.
mentality will get it today.
30 days. So this is the thing. So when people like in commodity talk, oh, what in tribe? Well, now this problem, now they enhance
That
this
tribe
tribal thing.
problem will not get leadership problem, Mr. Toure. I've been telling you this not say, let we take the Upper Guinea Coast, let we take Senegal. From 1960 to now, most people don't rule Senegal. Local say Senghor. You get the Huawei come before Macky Sall. Now be who that. I think instead of being Fulani, they get Macky Sall. They get this one we don't take over now. Now 4 leaders. Gambia, Dauda Jawara, I call this one Yaya Jame with Auden Baro.
Baro,
3 leaders.
3. Liberia,
Guinea-Bissau.
Tubman.
Guinea-Bissau.
Go Liberia next door to we.
Okay, Liberia.
Tubman,
Tubman.
Tolbert,
Tolbert. Samuel Doe.
Samuel Doe,
Charles
Charles
Taylor.
Taylor, Salif.
Johnson Sirleaf. Where? With
Where?
this one, will just take over. 7.
7.
La Côte d'Ivoire. You get Ufegwane. You get Konambedie. You get one other leader. Then you can't get Laurent Gbagbo before you get Alassane Ouattara. 5. And the other thing about La Côte d'Ivoire, they became a one-party state in 1960, 1 year before we got independence in Sierra Leone. And they remained a one-party state until 1993, 1 year after we had declared multi-party in Sierra Leone. But look at La Côte d'Ivoire, look at Sierra Leone. They are light years away from us. Guinea, Ahmed Sékou Touré, Lansana Conte, Dadis Camara, that interim soldier who been carried and go to election, Alpha Conde, Mamadi Doumbouya.
6.
6.
Yeah.
Sierra Leone no count.
Over 15.
Milton Magai,
Albert Magai,
Albert Magai,
Shaka Stevens.
David
No, David
Lansana,
Lansana.
Jackson Smith, Emadu Rogers, Shaka Stevens, Momo,
No, Pakol.
Cyril Cole, yes, one
Cyril
day
Cole, yes.
president.
Mm-hmm.
You get Momo, you get Strasser, you get Bio, you get Tijan Kaba, you get
And
Johnny Paul Kroma,
Johnny Cole, yes.
Tijan Kaba,
Mm-hmm.
Anes Kroma, Madabio, 20. Then we say we have leadership. We don't have leadership crisis in Sierra Leone. We have a moribund and clueless intellectual class.
Disorder community, disorderly country, totally disorderly.
I will tell you another thing today. 1985, when Ahmed Sekou Touré died, I was able to find a way for slot myself into the official delegation where they go Guinea for him burial. When we reach Conakry, to me biggest, that the first day I go there. To my biggest surprise, Conakry was like an advanced village. Like where they say, there we village in a salon, we big, like Songo, them place then there. That was how Conakry looked like. You hear me? 1987, I went to Conakry again. That's a Lansana content there in power. I went there to do some business for the late FB2A. I met Conakry with Renault buses. We na double buses. Like they were again in Europe, we get two sides, get that plastic
They
middle
call them
where the
bendy,
bend
they call
come.
them bendy bosses, bendy boss.
Yes. They had them. The company was called Soji Trag. Conakry had electricity. Conakry was vibrant. The 3rd of June 1998, I went again to Conakry. I lived there up to 2003. Conakry had changed within that short period. The time why they left Conakry, that auto route where they get, the main road, I left them, they don't begin to reconstruct them. Now they have a flyover. The country where people let me, they come out for can buy to we. Under Sekou Touré, now I don't progress so. We sit on the give excuse all the time.
You know, we
What's
can
wrong
bring
with
things
we?
that when are just cliche, when are rhetoric. Whether you like it or not, no way, when I get groups. When I say tribe, you mean group. Group will always exist. What thing we go do?
We get, as a matter of fact, just for support this your argument about decentralization. Norway gets about 19 provinces. Then we get municipalities, like how you get chiefdom.
We get borrowed in
You get
here.
about 40 to 140 to 149 of them. Each municipality gets in your role where they perform within the area.
Yes.
Now then they control the schools. The clinics that they control
them. The roads.
Junior school, primary school, junior secondary, they're under the municipality. When the roads construction and everything, and then they control them.
Then parking.
Then they get the
All
funds
them
from central government, but nobody know they come on other municipality can't take contracts in other money municipality. As a matter of fact, they not put under the law, but it is a tradition, a convention, that if you are born in this municipality, that's where you come to be employed to get a job. You know me say you not go work in other municipality, but most people prefer to work in their municipality.
Even the restaurants, them produces, local produces, then they use. And then they advertise the restaurants them based on that.
And they promote themselves.
Yes.
And
You know,
ask
so
what thing they happen.
When you get a
When
society,
there is a change of government, ask what in the happen in Norway. When there is a change of government, then they change the contractors because every political party will come with your own set of contractors. But believe me, those who had been working as contractors before, they're not able to they out. It's not our turn to eat. It's about everybody's turn. They're not able to they out, and
this
they
is the
still give them
thing.
contract.
So you find out for say you where they eat, you know they eat, you they undermine the one where they eat. Then there is always
No,
a
yeah, then
standoff.
they give everybody contract.
That's what I'm
As
saying.
long as you fulfill the conditions for the
The
contract, no
conditions that you
matter
meet
which
them, you're able to
party,
meet them. Yes.
yes, and no matter which party they support.
Who's you come
But
out,
the
who
point
you
of the
be?
issue is any party within a power, then get certain people they then go bring in because they know saying that they own main people. But that not they undermine who that them belong contract. There
But
is continuity.
we don't have necessarily all the power. Now, Mother Bio get them, now the president get them, and the minister them.
This is how it has always been.
You know, you see, this is the thing.
One
Because
thing
the
what people
only
begin
person,
face Imran, now face one fact today. Julius Madabio is misusing a system that has a lot of weaknesses.
yes,
He's taking advantage of those weaknesses.
the old
So we
man,
deserve what you will get from him.
well,
We deserve him. No, we
the,
accept
the
him. We
only
deserve
person
him.
where I go say he made some mistake, just like anybody else.
Mhm.
Anybody, nobody in the way perfect. But Sir Milton tried for devolved power. He tried. He tried to give the chiefs power. Albert Magana income can take power and chief the hand for put for his head. That's where it started.
And all that day they tell you one thing. The time when Albert Magai took over, we had a crop of intellectuals. We had lawyers. We had every discipline we connect with governance. They sat there and saw that man do all the rubbish and say, hey, once me pot the boil.
But this is what I always say. I say, na Sierra Leone, we prepare and me talk say, and you prepare them, we're not to be politician them, and we're not to be business, when we handle them and politics. These are the passive contributors. They sat there.
You know, we all make obstructionism because of
Yeah,
culture.
yeah. So the active people them and the passive one them, they all contributed. We all in it. Everybody for take responsibility. All
We
of us.
all. But the people with the greatest responsibility, the people with the greatest responsibility are the intellectuals.
The intellectuals, yes.
And
They
one
have
thing
to.
about Sierra Leone, when you're an intellectual, you don't go by their drumbeat. You become the radical. You become the enemy. They find a way to either kill you or drive you away. Me na dreb them, dreb me na salon. They know.
Mr.
They
Jallo,
know say boy
if
not they
we get
stand
a
with them.
devolved, if we have a devolved power, where power not sidom na Freetown,
Mhm.
you go find out for say, if you forget rid of government, you know the function, it's much easier.
Imran, let me ask a
Because
simple question.
the people
You
them,
don't they say if. Let me ask a simple question.
yeah,
If who? Who is going to do it if we don't do it? We
us.
the intellectuals. If we the intellectuals not get in mind for tell mother abuse what they do na nonsense. Who is going to do it? You think say that man America in business?
And even America say, not the problem, really. We all man they talk about Trump. Trump, what he can the first say they can drain the swamp. That swamp where that man they say they can drain. You know, see, all man they try to get rid of him. The system they try to get rid of him because he's not one of them.
Still no. If he becomes president, America is going to divide. They know the danger way involved.
Yep.
They know they allow that. Then they
Well,
find all kind of way.
Sierra Leone, we have to drain the swamp. We get some people.
Who is ready to drain the swamp?
Well, you are ready.
And
I
who
am
should
ready.
do that?
So how many
Who
more
should do
people are
that?
going to join us?
Now, at the camp, let not make them personal, let make them collective.
Yes.
It's not a change in our society if there is no collective aspiration. And the collective aspiration should be guided and directed by a class of people. That class is called intellectual. The word intellect, think.
The mind.
Intellectual, you forget the ability for no say this is right for us, this is not right for us. But when intellectuals and they think this is right for me, this is not right for me, they would prefer to have a bad government in Sierra Leone, run to get an international job, spend all their years working. When they are old and can no longer work, they have to be holding their waist bone because the muscles, they all down here, don't weak. If they go below Banjul or Ghana for go sit down there.
So sad.
So we are perpetual refugees.
So sad.
And who profits in Sierra Leone? Now I make when Mr. Shobin they talk just now about diamonds from Kono. I tell us, say, Kono they produce $1 billion diamond. But where is the worth of it in Sierra Leone?
Who said,
Go to
what are the
Conakry and
benefits?
see. Go to Conakry and see the diamond offices there. See who owns those offices. Then you know where our money is going to. Gambia does not mine diamond, but there was a time when Sierra Leonean diamonds was sold in Banjul. Mauritania does not mine diamonds,
Banjul
but there
make a
are
lot of
times, and still now, Sierra Leonean diamonds are sold in Nouakchott.
Banjul make a lot of money from Sierra Leone and diamonds. That's how they
When
set
we
them
sit down,
up.
we complacent with intellectuals to be business. Some of us out of rich so they talk what you for talk. Could I have to bang it now? All. If it's
Go
not
up
right for
Kandom.
you, come meet me. Boy, Dalo say, I don't come, but I boku talk. You go know say monkey man self na man. Monkey man na man. Come meet me. Oh, wait, see me not treat, attack me. Because now that one sabi.
You
They won't
know,
face the truth in Sierra Leone. The minute the truth wants to come out, violence comes in. If violence not come in, a foul play. You go to
but look,
party, then they find way for poison you.
look Scotland. Scotland
This
and get
what we are.
SMP.
Obstructionist. It's
SMP
in
na the
our
Scottish
DNA.
party. The Scottish party, can you just imagine saying a Sierra Leone again Minde party, then get Chimney party? Now England and get Scottish party. Scotland, then your party. Inside United Kingdom.
There's
But
nothing wrong about that.
that's what I'm saying.
You are
Because
talking about Scottish party. I want to tell you something you don't know. Norway has 2 parliaments. Would you compromise with that? Norway has 2 parliaments. And Norway has 2 systems working under the same government. You get a minority in the north, where the language different from the Norwegian. Now part of the Eskimo group, where they Sweden, then they Finland, and they Norway. For years, then people have been on the demand autonomy. So Norway champion in the United Nations system, now get the Convention on Minority Rights. Norway did it. They championed it. At the time when you been get one former Norwegian prime minister, been they work as head of WHO, Gro Brundtland, a woman. Then champion that, then get the minority convention. Then Norway implements the convention. They allow the Samisk people of the north, let them get their own parliament. They allow them, let them teach them language in their schools. Then get their own radio station in the national network.
see,
But in Sierra Leone, the power not agree. The power mentality, obstructionist mentality, the highest point of idiocy,
where people are not feel threatened by
I
you,
hold way back.
then they relax. Then they relax. They don't feel threatened. by anyone. They have their rights. They're able to exercise their culture freely.
Yes.
They're not going to begin to look
Yes.
behind them back. You know, then so what will
No,
happen? They
some of
only
them here,
contribute positively for building
some of them
society.
here are not going to put them on board because of these copyright issues. Let them not lock this channel. But I advise people, let them go online and research about the Samisk parliament in Norway. We have 2 parliaments. We get 2 school policies. We get 2 health policies. We get 2 of everything. Because these people in the minority, they respect their rights and say, okay, we'll not govern now and govern. But as long as we're not there under Norway, fine. And the people have nothing against
Hey,
it.
brother, you're not a teacher. You taught for a very long time in Sierra Leone. You know, say from time in Sierra Leone, education was privatized. Now they Catholics, they
Islamic
missionary, then they run
mission.
the school them. When they run
Yes.
the school them be better. When they take all the schools them, then go centralize the Ministry of Education. They all not unlucky. They are not lucky. Because where
They're not because the private people were doing better. It's because we get people them in government we don't know what for do. We check and time again. The problem of Sierra Leone educational system can be solved, but we need for build trust. We need for build trust.
you need trust
For
in
all
everything
Sierra
you
Leone,
do.
we need for build trust. Today, I read on Twitter or X, the chief minister, they say most of the GST taxes is held up. And that same man is claiming to be a tech man. We know say they get what they call fintech. Ghana, Kenya, all West Africa, then they optimize the use of fintech so that the public finance go able to track and trace. When you can track and trace how money moves in the system, you know exactly who is taxable or non-taxable. If the person not pay tax, you know the penalties for put. But they will not want that system in Sierra Leone. You know why? If they put a fintech system where they centralize all the finance and make them trackable,
They're not able to
then
thief.
all the corruption go stop.
And it is not in their advantage for let them do that.
Yes.
So they go
It's not
undermine
in the advantage of the obstructionist philosophy.
Mhm.
It's to the advantage of the obstructionist philosophy for come to the public and lie to them. Oh, the people and the only tax for make una get money. I don't want so.
But now you there in
That's what
charge
you
for men
guys
not old
want.
tax. Not so you for can tell you that nonsense there. What have you done?
As an ordinary man in Norway, I don't go to the bank anymore. I have my app I can use for any transaction from my mobile phone. Anytime I do any transaction, pay or receive money, it is recorded by the financial authority. Recently, somebody pay money to me for a job. Now money will come out na salon, but because I not be ever they do business with salon, the financial authority sent me a message. I still have that message. Let me find it. That we have received, look at
We go finish in few
in
minutes.
Norwegian.
It go to 12 it go to 11:30.
Yeah, in Norwegian. Then say, we have received money paid to you. Please go to your net bank and update your information. Answer the question so we will know where the money came from. Simple. Simple.
Everything
That's
tracked.
what fintech does. Now they know say I don't get this money. So I have to pay tax on that. I cannot deny paying tax on that.
And
But if I do that, then they fine me. The worst thing you go do now this country now for evade tax. Now big crime for you.
my
They
brother,
can even jail you for that.
my brother, you not go worry because you get the services. Not to water just you show me clean water in that glass.
Unless they not give me the services, I'm obliged to pay.
I know, but you get the services.
You know why then they provide the services? Government of Norway then get what they call ethical standards for public service. And that ethical standards is applicable from the head of state down to the least man working for the government.
Exactly.
The first sentence in that statement is the maintenance of high ethical standards is important to continue to maintain the trust of the public. That's the first statement. Then they don't learn idea it. Ethical standards goes with good governance. Where there are no ethical standards, there is no good governance.
My brother, from out in this country, we on borrow. Na Thursday. Thursday, you pull your bill na door. You know the field. Then you can collect her.
We say na Thursday or Saturday.
Some other borrow them na Friday. Some other borrow them na different days. So you find out for say everything where you pay for. Me brother, I know they pray for that. But if I feel bad now, right now, I call for ambulance. The minimum standard we didn't get now, but 8 minutes maximum, ambulance will reach my house.
Don't go with something. The tax so they pay, we get the normal ambulance. Then get helicopter ambulance system at this country.
Yeah, too.
They know they tax you for pay for them, but then they ask you for contribute to them. I contribute towards that every month. You know why? Are they out of the city? I'm living in the suburban area.
Suburban area, yeah.
If anything happen, I get a number what they call. In less than 10 minutes, helicopter they can land before me. I have space enough before my house for helicopter for land. They can land before me.
You know, Mandela says something. He say where people not feel threatened, then they relax with you. Then they work with you better.
Less crime they take place.
Yes.
Less crime when people feel safe with the system. There is less crime. I can sleep here and leave my doors open.
The fools then they talk say for collect tax. We see what happen at Poti. Where all the dirty then when they not clean, where rain come, clear all the dirty they can't pack for them. They don't get public beans. So what you pay the taxes? What do you pay the taxes for?
So many people don't know.
The people don't get the
services. Pay tax, then see somebody they fly private jet every month.
Exactly.
You think the people would be happy to pay tax?
But the one way, then they pay the prepaid meter. But you don't pay for the prepaid meter. You know they get the power.
Then the minister saying don't resign.
That one then they pay. None of us say they know they pay. Then they pay the money. Pre-meter.
Minister,
you they pay. You they pay in lieu. You they pay in advance before you get the service. You don't pay the money. Then you know they get the service.
You don't get her.
So
the money or you know they get her.
You know, so these are the things we get for the house we say why the system not they ever work. This thing what they talk to me, man, it's not funny. This issue of trust.
To work, Imran. I keep repeating this because I'm very sure about what I'm saying.
For make the economy, if everybody gets a little job.
There has been several researches on the role of intellectuals in society. I would advise you go online and find out.
I would
advise everybody, let them go online and find out.
I see Anaya every day. Look at Leone way that man can there, an intellectual way stand up. He say things as if for say. Then second, the intellectual class not do nothing. One of them for talk was say, no. Then for them set the example. They sat there, they saw an injustice.
He is one
Will not
off.
forever
He is
happen.
one off. He is one off. Because and now we qualify intellectuals as people operating in the educational sector. Everybody working in a public office is an intellectual.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing I'm saying
If
here.
you don't have a university degree, you don't get employed in those places.
Look at
You cannot be a permanent secretary, assistant secretary, or whatever if you don't get a university degree.
You miss the point. This woman, what's in her name? The chief accountant or waiting. They did the same thing to her.
Auditor General.
Yes, they did the same thing to her.
Tilopias.
All the accountants in the country, they set them out. They don't do the same thing to a doctor, a gynecologist. Before that, they asked another gynecologist for can replace her. Wait for refuse. When they forget a collective,
You know why?
this is what I'm saying. This is my point.
You know why? Because all of them are idiots.
But this is what I'm saying. It is,
If you're not an idiot, you colleague, then do something to them. You expect, say, it not get for happen to you. Wait, the time they cry, they happen to you.
And
Then
the
you have
thing will
nobody
happen,
to cry to.
me brother, what's painful? The thing will happen. It's not personal. Now a professional decision.
It's something for our own benefit.
For all. The accountant general, the same thing happened to them. All the accountants and they don't do nothing. Before then, the other one go take a place. They say, "Mambu to my watch."
Well,
so when you look at them,
the man then they butu.
You see, there's a trend.
That watch they go monitor them.
There is a behavioral trend. You talk about intellectual class, and the same thing that they talk. Because when anything there they happen, now precedences and then bad precedences there, if it happen once, it could be a lot easier for it to happen. Another second time, third time, fourth time, then it become normal. So it don't become normal now in the society.
What you call precedence in Sierra Leone is part of the obstructionist philosophy. It is also part of the manifestation of how idiotic we are. Precedences should be good examples, not bad examples.
But when are bad examples, then what they do,
precedence them. Then we tell like this rich old man, hey, we get independence. You are mentally colonized. You are mentally dysfunctional. Then you talk about independence. Independence is in the mentality.
I don't see how me, when it works on side, then sack somebody, sack when about reba. Don't forget about intellectual. Let's talk about the moral aspect. Then they give me the job. I will not take it. I will stand down. And if you not be careful, I will walk out to that person.
And look at like this way, all the doctors and nurses for say will not work until
yes, exactly.
The woman.
They're waiting the picket line.
And enough for be only in a Connaught hospital, cottage hospital.
Yes.
If will be all over the country.
They forget the picket line.
They will not work.
Look what happened at Senegal.
Now they're right.
The policeman, the soldier man.
The convention, the ILO convention, will give them the right for stay home. Because of issues like this, will be not ratified long ago, Convention 98.
The policeman refused to take instructions. He stand down. The soldier man stand down. They sack them. Then go. But guess what? They left today. Now, good precedents they set. They have been rewarded for doing the right thing. They don't make the minister. So next time somebody else go say, I will stand up for what is right and merit whatever I get doing the right thing. But not Sierra Leone. Not Sierra Leone. You mean exactly that woman?
The country. Imran.
All the doctors, they not say nothing. The doctors, they not do nothing. None of them.
Idiots them boku.
No medical profession.
They live in filth and squalor in that place. The best of Sierra Leone is filthy. I'm a
It's sad.
country. I hate for say that.
It really sad.
The last time I went to Sierra Leone, I went to the Bank of Sierra Leone. I was pressed to use the toilet. I went into a toilet. I wouldn't stand it. That's
I don't
what
know
we
why they
want
I don't know why they
because
bother for being flogged.
we want to be selfish. Selfishness. Now I make with the encourage obstructionist philosophies. Now
Anything will come.
the last obstructionist philosophy with the paper, now this tripartite committee. It's a willful obstructionist philosophy they are using.
Anything will come for free the people in mind. For bring self-reliance to the people. For bring autonomy to the people in the blocker. It has to be them. And then for only spoon, when you come, they put one spoon for you. But they're not going to ever make the people get their own spoon and begin they steer their own pot for themselves. My brother, now we come, now we they go. But as I say, I vex.
Imran,
Yes, sir.
You schedule them a problem. I want they do 2 programs a week.
We go talk that at the back.
Now we build a momentum for people. It's high time we face the truth in Sierra Leone. We stop for lie by ourselves. Let's stop for deceive ourselves. Let's stop for create illusions about what is not correct. Because doing this, now obstructionist mentality we get. With a lie, with a fake sabotage ourselves. For shame now, Zambia, now Ghana to be know them for. Go than they go before. Very soon, Gambia, they can begin mine petroleum. When I go see the fast pace road and they go.
People are lucky.
The petroleum come on as salon today. If we not go powder or any side meet me, change my name. Because we greedy. Greed don't make we become idiots.
We are so
get a
greedy.
collective view. We not get a collective view about working together.
Nope.
But now we now overstretch with time. Because you say you don't tire. Me, I'm not tire.
If it is not me, it should not be anyone else.
First shock we are getting in Norway, 2004 January. I went to report for work in the municipality office because they put me there on placement for make I learn the language and learn the system of administration. The first day, the estate officer came to me with a key. Now I tell me, say, this key, they open the main door, they open the office, and they open all office in this building. That was the first shock I had. And that sent the message to me that this is a society where people trust each other.
Yeah.
In Sierra Leone, this permanent secretary there, that assistant secretary there under the office, minus the official lock, then they get lunch and bench.
But na salon, man they work, he accumulates 10-year leave. He no one for go leave. Because he don't trust nobody. You know? How? You would work, you don't get leave.
Yeah, you when you want to go live or not, you go.
You go.
You go. Everybody gets a right to 5 weeks leave now. Minimum 2 weeks if you take every year. Minimum. Then can pay you for the 3 weeks so you not go. If not extra job.
So some man don't go 15 years, don't get leave. You know they agree for go. Because outside the thief, you know nobody can come in. Daddy, family. Well, I thank you. Have a good night, sir.
Yes, then gamble them tomorrow and say na Independence Day. Both ask, are we really independent?
My left that talk
When we answer that question,
me not get
we will
independence
able
too.
to talk about independence.
Me not get
If we
independence
reach
too.
there, what you are going to say is, let God help we, now begin think straight. Me na me own prayer that for salon.
We
Let
don't
God help
ask
we, now
God, God don't
begin
they
think
help we.
straight.
Me, you know, see the money me pass all, and the one that we see in swear, and see that swear they can't change something for them. And the politician then they die, then go die.
It's one day once swear, when they ready, let them call me and they give them listen at the channel. I swear to God, love swear.
But you know what it is?
It's full and afraid now
The
for use panel.
politician and what they do with bad, they know they die young go. I don't know any president that salon will die under 60. Now we they die 25, 35, young age. So really and truly, these guys are doing good. They are doing better than us. They're doing better than us. So if you they get money, you they get limousine, you they get houses, you they get this, you die at 70. If that is the case, if that is the swear, salon people and the swear people, me, I want for that swear deal.
Oh, me, I know.
No, but you know what I'm saying? I'm being sarcastic. I'm being
I
sarcastic.
know.
You know? Because when people are so stupidly believe, say, you go sit down, you don't get water for drink, you don't get electricity, somebody didn't get generator, they get private plane.
Water can full up na ipalo. Sweep,
Exactly.
you have things them. Dirty left there where they give disease.
Yes.
They still they dance for that politician.
No, then you they swear, say, God go punish him.
And you know to make the thing worse.
In a living opulence.
Before we go, we don't say goodbye, but one point they will have been forget for me. With politicians, and necessarily one of the obstructionist things they wouldn't they use is not to within a power. What kind of power will go correct all things? What's wrong about you telling a government in power to do the right thing and show them how for do them? We show them how for do them. The people them, they think say they will sabi do this work. So when they can, you know they go campaign to them and then they elect you. Say they are not them, they run the country, no puts it there.
I'm glad the way you talk that. Waiting they
My
happen now, yeah?
remember, but because we dey debate, now I make I forget about them.
Waiting they happen now, yeah? Like if Labour didn't have power, conservatives, as we talk about devolution of power, some council in there, now conservative council them. And then get more councillors then, so that then they run that council there. But the
And not the
council
same say
so
the
effective.
council them for be the same party as they are holding a power.
No, not here. Then you
Simple,
find out
it
for
will
say the
not
people and
work.
say, what thing happen? Conservative then council and they are better run than the Labour one them. This year the Labour they vote for. No, the conservative they vote for.
Minus that, the British Parliament, when they sit, the government in waiting, because I've done told you they say that word opposition.
Yeah.
Now take out of the vocabulary. Because now one of the things they would limit we.
Yeah.
The
Now
government in
waiting.
waiting.
Mm-hmm. Or they
Anytime
call a
when they
shadow
debate now,
government.
yes, when they get the ministers them position. Anytime an issue come on education, that them position say you are the waiting minister of education. They come up with policy discussions.
They mark them constantly.
They come up with policy discussions them for direct the one in power waiting for do.
Yep. And what kind of parliament?
They do.
Mm-hmm.
What
kind of
they
parliament
do?
they
They do two
challenge them?
things. They do two things. One, it empower the government in waiting. Two, it force the government in power for do the right thing. Because when people go and tell you in public, this is what you should be doing, it is forcing you to do it. But we then they say, we then have power. We not get power. We
The
not
brother
this.
is so
It's the part of
interesting.
the obstructionist mentality.
The government in power, when the finance minister read budget, the shadow minister they read the own budget working for we don't use that money they do.
Well.
They read an alternative budget.
Mende man say Tamia.
They read alternative budget.
Dake.
Yeah.
Kabai. Malo. we go now, now we go. Gamble them on a tanky. We dey go now and we go come back next Friday.